Right. Hey, hey, I don't see anyone in here now. Hey, 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 everyone. Okay. Hey, 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 where's everybody? Hey, hey, Denny, how are you? Thank you for joining. Waiting for a couple more people to get on. How have you been? Long time no see. How are you? I'm doing really, really good, especially now that this election is over. Goodness gracious, I'm really doing well. Denny, where do you live? Look how long it's been going on. It just happened today. They just declared the president today. We are such a laughing stock of the world. I mean, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I mean, it's so embarrassing to be an American this year. It really is. It truly is. Okay, but oh, Baltimore. How are things there? Is it warm there? It's like mid 70s here in Chicago. It's crazy. Sorry. Waiting for a few more people to jump on. Let me call my girl. Let me message my girl. Yeah, isn't it crazy? It's November and it's in the 70s. And late October here in Chicago, it snowed. I'm telling you, 2020 has been insane. Let me call my. Let me let my girl know. I'm live. Now, did you guys have any like protests or political on? I know, we did until this president. And now it's like, are we going to have a peaceful transition or is he going to act a fool? I mean, has he even done a concession speech, or is he trying to act like like he was cheated out of something? That man know he's crazy. Whether you like him or not, Democrat or Republican, that man is nuts. I mean, that man is. Don't you think? I mean, this. I mean, I'm not saying that lightly. I mean, mentally unstable. I mean, it's like it's crazy. But that says a lot about this country that somebody like that got elected in the first place. He won't concede. Is that what he said? He's crazy. But then we knew he was going to pull this. Let's see if he's going to. See, it says Trump says this election is far from over. Wow. Wow. He will not concede election. He refuses to concede. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, he's such a self-centered person. Now, he is a narcissist. This is a narcissist. People use that word lightly to describe people, but this is a real one. This is what a narcissist is. This man is crazy. So now, and I knew it was going to be like this. Now that he's lost, he's going to act a fool. So incredible. I have ice. So incredibly embarrassing. And it says right here, he won't concede. How is the election far from over? What kind of, just trash. The man has no dignity, no class. There's nothing he won't do. Wow. What's he going to, he's going to fight the election. This is a man who, when he was elected, lost the popular vote, but ended up winning because of the electoral college. He lost the popular vote. So now he has lost, and both of them, and now he won't concede. It's just crazy. Don't you dare start with that webcam. Yeah. Biden won the popular vote is what followed him, right or wrong. They're going to go along with him like he's the Pied Piper. Okay, but he says it's far from over. But you lost the popular vote as well. It's not like he lost both of them. The man is nuts. I mean, literally insane. I mean, really, I cannot believe we elected this person. And now, oh yeah, we are the laughing stock of the world. He doesn't care. It's all about him. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. I hope we can get some people on here. I normally have these on Thursday, but I wanted to do it on Saturday, to talk about this crazy ass election. And it's so timely because we literally just had somebody declared president. It's shameful. It's shameful. He doesn't care about anyone else but himself. And now he's going to get all these people fight. It's like he wants to incite people to be violent. He does it in protest and all this stuff. And these idiots are going to do it like he's the Pied Piper. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh, where is everybody? Come on, y'all. No, he doesn't want to lose, but it's not about, he's making it all about him. This is the country. The people have spoken. So you're going to fight. I mean, and the thing is about all those mail-in ballots, he knew that they would have to be counted, and he's acting like somehow they don't count. And if it were the other way around, of course, he wouldn't. I mean, it would be a totally different thing were it the other way around. It would be a different situation were he the one on the winning end by the exact same situation. But if he were the winner, it would be it would be a totally different situation. It's like he wants to sue because people voted for Biden. That's what it boils down to. You didn't vote for me, so I'm going to sue you. I don't know. I just think that not only Democrats, Republicans need to step up and say, this dude's got to go. I mean, how? Exactly. And you know why there were so many mail-in ballots? But because of the virus thing, and because he mishandled that, people wanted to mail their ballots in. And then the thing is, he set the stage for this when he declared himself the winner. He declared himself, even though he knew this was happening. He's so manipulative. This man is insane. I mean, truly, truly nuts. So now what's going to happen? This is like, who does this? Now, it was one thing like 8 years ago with Al Gore and everything that happened with that. I mean, that was like a legit what happened in Florida, although the Republicans cheated and won that too. But this is not even close. It's just so embarrassing. It's just terrible. But I knew it was going to be like that. Yeah, I knew it was going to be like this. I knew he was going to do this. I knew it. And what's his name? Bernie Sanders predicted this too, that he was going to do this. The election is far from over. How? How is the election far from over? You lost. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. And the people who support him ought to be ashamed of themselves. A lot of it's amazing how many people voted for them. But then again, that tells you exactly what kind of country we are living in. I can't wait for this whole virus thing to be over. I really, really, really want to live abroad. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna wait like 3 more minutes. And I'm sorry, because I knew when I moved it to Saturday, there was a possibility that some people might not be able to make it. But schedule it for next Thursday like I normally do. Thank you for joining. I picked Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, so I figured that would be, that would be something that most people, depending on where you live, would be able to join. I wonder if 7 o'clock Central would be better. But then I didn't want to make it too late for the people on the East Coast. I don't know, maybe I should do 7 Central on Thursdays instead of 6. Has it been tough for you to join? Because at 6 o'clock, you're in Baltimore, so you are on the East Coast. What time is it there? Is it 4 or 5 there? Oh, it's 4. Okay, that's what I thought. So it's only an hour ahead. There she is. Hey, what's going on, girl? Yeah, I had a feeling this might be it might be problematic because it's Saturday, but I wanted to, I just wanted to, because of this whole election thing, I just wanted to have a couple more days so we can, discuss this. Hopefully we can get a few more people on here. How's it going, Ms. Hurricane? Thank you for joining. Hopefully we can get Tubby on here too. A couple more people. We were just talking about this crazy election and how our president will not concede. He's talking about it's far from over. This election is not over. It's just, ugh. Now, this is a narcissist. People use that word loosely. This is it. It says the electoral college is close. The popular vote isn't. It's crazy. It's crazy. So we'll see what Biden has to say, because apparently he's going to address the nation at 8 p.m. Eastern. But he's going to fight to the bitter end. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the thing on me on Thursday. The whole election thing had me like, oh no, I got to see what's going on with this. Oh yeah, he's totally a sore loser. He's crazy. He won the popular vote. He won they said the electorate may be close, but the popular vote, he won the popular vote by like 4 million. I mean, it's like, come on. It's just, how low can you go? Like, how much are you going to humiliate us in this country because it's all about you? I know, but will they be able to get him out of there? I mean, this is insane. We're gonna have to drag the sitting president out of there kicking and screaming. That's crazy. He's saying the election is far from over. It's disgusting. I wonder if I'm going to see. Can Trump be removed from office if he doesn't concede? I mean, this is crazy. They said he will be escorted from. I mean, come on. How does he insist that he won? It says, while the chance of this occurring now remains extremely low, Trump's insistence that he has already won the election means the probability is zero. He says, actually, I won and will still serve another 4 years. How did he win? How did he win? Trump signals he's counting on the Supreme Court to help him steal the election. Because that's what, like, who the fuck are you? Like, so we're gonna have this, now the taxpayers are gonna have to pay for this huge court battle. And the 20th day of January. Wow, and that's the law. Wow. Yeah. When he becomes president, Biden, he will have the power to direct the Secret Service to physically remove Trump from the White House, like any other trespasser. Are you serious? You guys, do you really think it's going to come to that? Like, is he really going to take it that far? I mean, why doesn't his kids and his say, okay, Dad, that's it. I mean, we just have to accept the results now. Like, you're doing too much. You're taking it too far. Why isn't anybody putting this man in check? Where are the Republicans? I mean, even they have to step up. Wow. I mean, that's what would happen. The Secret Service. I mean, that's the thing about it. He is that crazy. He is that crazy. But we have until January 20th. So hopefully he will come to his senses by then. And there will be, I mean, it's just like, I mean, it's crazy. This man is like no other. This is Hitler. This is the modern day Hitler. This is the modern day Hitler. He's a dictator. Oh, you know how many Republicans did not support him? Republicans did not support him. I mean, they were like, this is crazy. This is too much for even us. This cannot be the face of our party. I mean, at this point, I think it's crazy here. Even the Republicans are going to say, okay, enough is enough, except for crazy Rudy Giuliani. He has done so much damage to this country. And this has been a crazy, chaotic year like no other. This whole corona thing, he could have gotten in front of, but he's telling people, oh, it's no big thing, you don't have to wear a mask, it's a hoax, all this crap. And now the economy, so many people have lost their jobs, and it's just unreal. It's just unreal what this man has allowed to happen and how many people have voted for him. It's like, a lot of people, respect this outlaw sort of attitude that he has. I'm going to do it my way kind of attitude. But this is a democracy, not a dictatorship. And it's sad. It's sad how many people voted for him. Yeah, the Republicans, they waited too late. But now it's a matter of, okay, this is affecting you. This is your party. This is the face of your party. He lost, so now you're going to sit back and allow him to make a mockery of not only the United States, but your party? Oh, come on, buffering. Now, what is going on? Yeah, but now the people are going to have to step up. Americans like to say we are. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. My brother, he supports Donald Trump, believe it or not. He loves Donald Trump. Yep. But the majority of people who voted for him were not Black people, although he got a lot of basically the Hispanic vote in Florida, but those were, primarily like the Cuban people. And he won Texas, where their population is like 40% Hispanic. So how can they, I mean, after everything he's doing to the Hispanic people, like, what is wrong with people? Got little kids and everybody's basically in concentration camps. And it's like, okay, what are you going to do with them after all this time? You've got them detained, and now what are you going to do? I don't either. I don't. It makes no sense. I mean, he has particularly targeted Hispanic people. From day one, we're going to build a wall to keep them out. And people bought right into that. These racist people bought right into that. We're going to build a wall. So how could any Hispanic person vote for him? How can they possibly vote for someone who has such disdain for them? Day one, that's who he went after, Hispanic people. He's got immigration knocking on people's door. Like, I know people who've had immigration, like their relatives and everything knocking on their door. Isn't that sad? Like, that's crazy. Like, if you're going to detain people like that, why would you not put them with their parent? Why would you? I will never understand. Why would you separate children from their parents? Why? That's what I don't understand. Why would you separate children from parents? Those kids are scared to death. Like, why? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why would you do that to children? Heartless and cruel. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't you? But then, okay, but why? What is he going to do with them? That's my thing. Hey, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining. We're talking about the craziness that's been the election and, our crazy president who lost but refuses to leave. And, and all the Hispanic people who apparently voted for him in Texas, even though they have he has shown them nothing but disdain. It's just I'm ready for 2020 to be over. It's just been too much. How are you, Elizabeth? Are you doing well? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you know what? The people who are getting it the most are Hispanic people. They are the people who are dying the most. I just read this week. They are the ones dying the most in this country from the coronavirus. They are. And then of course blacks, but definitely the Hispanic people are the ones dying the most from the virus, especially in Texas. And this whole virus thing, it doesn't, I don't see any signs of it ending. Like in fact, here in Illinois, they took it back to where there's not supposed to be any more indoor dining at restaurants, but people are ignoring it, and restaurants are ignoring it and just doing it anyway. I'm just so ready to leave this country. If it were not for my mom and this whole corona thing, and I would be out. I'd be out. It's just too much. It's just too much. I mean, we are a laughing stock. Miss Hurricane, did you leave us? It really is. It really is everywhere. Cross Street is packed. Center City, Philadelphia. Yeah, it's packed, but are people wearing masks? That's what I'm saying. Why are you packed? This is why it continues to spread, and people are dying left and right. Like, why? I mean, it gets to a point where even masks can only do so much. When people, continue just expose themselves. Only a mask can only do so much when you are exposing yourself like that. And people don't care. They're packed. Yeah, Panama is one of those options. Costa Rica. There are other options, particularly that are, Black people friendly. Oh, this buffering. Why? Yeah, as soon as this thing over, I mean, I got to make some moves. I can't. Well, hopefully, when Biden gets back and gets into office, come on, what's up with the? I don't understand the buffering. Hold on, guys. I don't understand this. Hold on, I'm gonna try something real quick. Hopefully, this doesn't screw us up. Sorry, guys. I don't understand what the deal is. Sorry, guys, if I'm blocking your screen. I gotta try something because I don't get it. I don't know what's happening. Oh no. Assuming he'll be able to get into office, of course. Yeah. He's inherited a hot mess. And of course, it's all partisan. So when he gets in, they're going to make it as hard for him as possible, despite the fact that their Republican president put him in that position. And then Trump will be in the background saying, see, you should have had me in there. You should have, I won it. So this is what happens when he left the country in a mess. And now all these taxpayer dollars are going to be spent for him to fight an election that he lost because he refuses to leave. It's just beyond. It's just beyond. But then to me, it's like, what does it say about the people who voted for him? That's the thing. That's the most disturbing and disheartening part, that he has so much support despite everything he's done. So much support. Now they do act like children, spoiled children, entitled children. I mean, I don't know. I don't care where your, political affiliations lie, whatever, then at a certain point you got to call it. For the good of the country, it cannot just be about this one man and his ego. And that this is what this is. And then Rudy Giuliani, like, he's an idiot supporting him. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And now he's going to incite all these people to, on his side to be protesting and all this crap because he lost the election. Oh yeah, Rudy is there, two peas in a pod. Rudy is just as nuts as he is. Absolutely. Two peas in a pod, 100%. Like it's just, I mean, come on. You know what? But at a certain point, the Republican Party are going to have to come to him and say, okay, enough is enough. You're causing us, you're going to cost us the next election. That's how they're going to have to look at the self-serving way. You're costing us the next election. That's what you're doing. It's just, I mean, how is this happening, you guys? How has all of this happened this year? Yeah. But the thing is, it goes up and down. You have, a Democrat prior to Obama. There was, George W. for 8 years prior to, it's like it goes back and forth. And prior to George W. it was Clinton, a Democrat, and then prior to him it was George Bush, I think, and another Republican. Like, well, what is the deal? Everybody has to go eventually. Even if you're, everybody, you win, you lose, and if you lose, you go. It's insane. It's insane. I don't know. And then this whole virus thing, that's another thing. It's like, when is that ever going to end? And I did read it's going to get worse before it gets better. Like in the fall and winter, they expect it to get worse. Yep. Oh yeah, you can't reason with crazy. 100%. You can't argue with crazy. You can't reason with crazy. And that's what he is. Crazy. There's no other way to put it. You can't sugarcoat it. That's what he is. You're exposing yourself. Like, people forget about it. Oh God. I've never had a flu shot, but I'm thinking maybe I should get one. Have you ever had a flu shot? I mean, yeah, the virus is bad enough on its own, but that combined with the flu, I don't care how healthy you are. I'm going to check that to see what they say. Should you get a flu shot this year? Do they recommend getting a flu shot with this whole virus thing happening? Because I'll get one in a heartbeat if that is what they recommend. It's just I very, very rarely get sick. Yeah, me too. I think I'm going to go ahead and get one this year. I'm going to have to get a shot this year. And the thing is, it's like people talking about dating and all that stuff, but how can you? I'm not trying to get around anybody at this point in time, you know? And yeah, you can do the Zoom thing, but I have this manager. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Be careful, because those like the frontline people at the hospitals. Those So many of the, I mean, those are the people so much at risk. Just be very, very, very careful. Elizabeth, have you had people at your hospital that have been ill because of the virus? Yeah, I'm definitely getting a flu shot this year. Definitely. Mutated. Oh God. Honey, is this the end of the world? Is this what this is? Is this the plague they talk about in the Bible? Um, hey Google, COVID mutation in New Zealand. Lord. COVID mutation in New Zealand. Oh, yeah, here it is. Girl, you are on top of it. The world's first mutated strain of COVID-19 detected in Safrana, New Zealand. Oh my God. Oh, and there's going to be a second wave, they say. Oh my God. Oh, the minks? What do you mean the minks? What do you mean by the minks? Oh, furs. People still wearing furs? People are still wearing furs like that? I have one, but I haven't worn that in a minute. Or the minks, like the animals. The mink, yeah, the furs. Oh my God. I mean, the thing is, we don't have any sort of, I mean, treatment, any sort of vaccination for it, nothing. Oh yeah, you are on top of it. Denmark announces call of 15 million mutated virus at 12 humans fucking 7. Moving from mink to humans. I didn't know people were still buying minks like that. I mean, I had no idea people were still buying minks like that. Wow. Denmark. They have 15 to 17 million animals on 1,000 farms. Wow. Wow. Could it get any crazier? And you know what? I'm staying in. I'm staying in. I'm doing the very, very minimum of going out, seeing my family, whatever. But I mean, what else can you do? You know, like I said, the restaurants are supposed to be shut down here, but people are refusing. They're staying open anyway, and they're like, even though the governor's saying that they should be shut down, which I guess from their perspective, it's like, okay, we shut down, we're done. We can only have people outside. But this is November in Chicago. That's basically saying we're shut down. Although it's nice now, eventually it's going to get cold and you can't see people outdoors. So they're saying that that's it. That's the death of our restaurants, which, you know, is pretty much true. Mm. Minks now. Wow. Wow. Yeah, there. Yeah. And you know what the tripped out part is? Let me say how it's going in China. This all began in China. COVID-19 in China. I'm just wondering how it's going there. China's successful control of COVID-19. Yeah, they're testing entire cities. And isn't that crazy? Because it all started there. Cases in US hit record numbers. This is 2 days ago. Yeah. And you know what? It says you can now get a COVID-19 vaccine in China. That's crazy. But, it's like if you have it once, though, can you catch it again? Or does that make you immune to it now? Positive test forces packed in to cancel camp. Yeah, and again, and that's another thing with Trump. He won't wear a mask. And because he doesn't wear one, the idiots that follow him say it's all a hoax and all this crap, although he had it. And of course, he downplayed it and still won't wear a mask. I'm telling you, this country's going to hell in a handbasket. Not sure how long immunity lasts. Yeah. Or if there even is immunity, you can get you can get reinfected. Have you seen that at all, Elizabeth? Oh my God. Sorry about the buffer. What is up? Wow. And for my my channel, the hypergamy channel and the after 40, I'm gonna have to just sort of shift it to, self-improvement during this time. And just uplifting people and keeping positive. Because this can be depressing, especially if it impacts your job, as it has mine. So yeah, I'm gonna stay, of course, along the hypergamy route, but kind of shift my focus a little bit because I feel people need just some uplifting and some positive feedback saying, you know what, hang in there. Because I know this has gotten a lot of people down. And now we've got this election turmoil on top of it. I'm gonna write that. That'll be my next video. Y'all, oh my goodness. Elizabeth, have you heard anything about it getting better at all? Have you seen an uptick, or is it just, has it leveled off, or is it, I mean, because you're like kind of on the front lines, what have you seen there? Yeah. And when it comes to dating, that I think being out there is the best way to go. definitely. And I'm like you too. I'm not a fan of online dating. I'm just I don't think the quality of men like I would want, or most women would want. I don't think he's online for the most part. And online dating is like a buffet. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm definitely going to focus on, the uplifting as well as, of course, in life and relationships. I appreciate the support I get from you guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, it's really important, especially if you are a certain age, you know, no one's going to put you out to pasture. Yeah. I'm in front of the window because I wanted to do this in sunlight, but my sun's fading on me now. So about 10 more minutes, guys. I'm so happy you guys joined. I'm so happy we're having such a good discussion. There's a squirrel outside my window. But you guys are wearing your mask and washing your hands and all that stuff. I mean, obviously, Elizabeth, I know you're on top of it, but Denny, I mean, you sound like you are too. Good. I wanted to do like a meet and greet at some point, maybe next year, but I mean, it's all up in the air. I wanted to go on vacation. I mean, just so many things are being just stopped. That's what I heard. I heard it's going to get worse before it gets better. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all you can do. Like it was nice here, so I went for a little jog, and I do jog and a run, but in a couple of days, it's gonna get cold after Tuesday. I belong to a tennis club, but it's like I don't want to go there because I'm exposing myself. I belong to a gym, but it's like I don't want to go there. I mean, you can when the more you expose yourself to people and stuff, the more you put yourself at risk. That's just the reality. It's just not. Oh, you got it. Continue social distance. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. And you also have to have something like since you're spending so much time at home to keep yourself engaged, get honey, I don't care if it's video games, you got to do something to keep yourself occupied, start a business, work on things. Yeah. See, for me, I don't trust it. I mean, even though you go in and you wipe the equipment off, how do you know the stuff that you're wiping it off with is the strength it should be? And then you're still around people, you're wearing masks and working out, it constricts your breathing. To me, it's like, is it worth it? You look at everything that's going on, it's supposed to be good, good. I mean, right now I'm using my YouTube videos to work out, except for, the days when I can wear my mask and go for a walk. Definitely social distancing, but that's going to end soon. I'm even thinking about canceling my gym and my tennis membership because there is going to come a time when I won't be able to go like it was before they shut it down. It's just not safe. It's just not safe. And people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. And that's why it keeps getting better. Yeah, because there's so many, I mean, there's tons of videos on YouTube, Pilates. You can even walk or run in place. I like doing jump rope. That's a good cardio. And you don't have to do it for very long, 10, 15 minutes, and you're good to go. That's a good workout. And toning exercises as well. But this is, I think, is a test for all of us. You know, we're being tested. Oh, please. I would please. I'm desperate to go somewhere. And that's the thing. People want to get out. I mean, that's normal. Of course, people want to get out. And that's how it got so bad during the summer. You know, you want to go out and enjoy yourself, enjoy your summer. You want to go out to eat and do stuff. You know, everybody wants to do that. But it's like, it's impacting everybody. You know, and that's the thing. I mean, of course, I want to travel. I want to go out. You know, it's just, it's impacting everyone. Everyone wants to enjoy the things we sort of just took for granted before. But what can you do? I mean, look at all the people who have been laid off and continue to be laid off and all of that. And then they stopped the stimulus money to help people. But now that's ended. But then being from the US and having things be so bad here, are people going to even let us in their country? Well, we have to quarantine for 14 days. That's the thing. I'm not getting a passport now. Yeah, you know what? You can like I have to renew mine. Mine expires next month, and I can renew it now online. I can renew it, which I just checked the other day. I'm going to renew mine online. They allow you to do it online. Thank goodness. I got to renew my plates online. I got to do, you know, it's been really, from that part here in Illinois, they've done a good job. No, no, he won't. Nope, he won't. He won't. He's going to take it out on everybody else. He's going to take it out on America, and all that money that could be spent helping people is now going to be spent in, you know, keeping him going to court to contest an election that he lost. All right, you guys, we got 3 more minutes. I'm so glad you guys joined because this has been a really good, fun discussion. You know, one that, you know, I'm glad we're having with intelligent women. I love it. I don't know. I'm just going to continue to do my thing. And that's what I encourage everyone to do. Just do your thing. You know, work on your writing, work on your business. Just do your thing. This is, in that respect, this is an opportunity. Oh, definitely. Definitely. I've got some life and relationships videos coming up. But, you know, you guys, it's like, sometimes you have to take a break because I have 2 channels, and sometimes, you know, I have to take a break and get like reinvigorated again. You know, you have to take a break from YouTube because I mean it's a lot. I don't think people realize, you know, you have, you know, filming the videos and then all, you know, it takes hours to edit. That's the big thing. You know, you can film for an hour, you know, and then you have to edit for 4 or 5 hours. It takes that long. Which I mean, obviously I chose to do that, but sometimes you need a break. Oh, I know, I know. I love it. You guys are awesome. But yes, for sure, for sure. Oh no, you know, I'm not giving up my channel because this is near and dear to my heart. That's why I started it. This is important. I mean, I don't want to sound like, grandiose or anything, but I think it's important. I think it's important that, we see ourselves as prizes. We know, that we love ourselves and we don't allow anyone to sort of put us out to pasture. We are worthy, we are valuable, we are beautiful, we're intelligent, and we are going to get ours like everyone else. Never too late for the come up. Never too late for the come up. Oh, a signing agent. Great. You know what? I'm a paralegal as well as a notary. Oh, 57. Girl, you're 57, I'm 55. When is your birthday? That's why it's important to keep yourself up. I'm like, not doing too bad for 55. Not doing too bad. Oh, okay. It's upcoming. It's upcoming. That's good. That is good. Well, you guys, thank you for joining. Okay, so true. You cannot believe it. They don't want to sound like that. No, that is absolutely not true, and they don't. And that's what these other channels geared towards hypergamy would have you believe. And certainly these guys in the comments who, they can't get anybody and they're bitter and angry at those of us. It's like they're mad because we want better. What does that say about them? Why would you be mad at somebody who wants to improve their life? Because you're the person who's bringing them down. You've been that person bringing them down. And then that's what it is. Anytime, look, if you're not for me, you're against me, okay? You know what? And that's all there is to it. If you don't support me, I mean, just keep it to yourself. But when you come and you try to be critical of something I'm trying to do to help myself and others, no, you've got issues. That has nothing to do with me. You've got issues. So they want you to say, oh, absolutely. And they take it, they're jealous and they are offended by the fact that you aren't willing to settle for them. And so they want to cut you down. But then in doing this, it's like all you're doing is proving us right. That's all you're doing is proving us right. Why would anybody want you? You just got a lot of angry men out there. You do, who weren't raised right. So that's why I encourage everyone once again to expand your horizons in terms of your dating pool. Don't be locked into any one race, especially Black men. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Because they're not locked into any one race, in case you've noticed. They don't think twice about, dating whomever they want, and that's fine. I don't have an issue with anybody dating whomever. But so many Black women have wasted so much time on men who and they allowed to hold them back, and then they wasted all these years, and then they feel like, now that he's gone or whatever, then okay, what's left for me? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Don't allow anybody to talk you down. When somebody tries to do that, that is a reflection of them and how they feel about themselves. Misery loves company, and that is a fact. A person is unhappy, they don't want you to be happy either. That's why keep your come up to yourself. Don't talk to people, especially other women, because women are, the women a lot of times can be the worst, as bad as the men. The women can be worse than men. Yeah, but you know what? You can't. You can't. Don't feel bad about that. I mean, because what are you going to do? You can't get those years back. But you know what? Having, as you said, you say wasted those years, but I mean, I shouldn't put it like that. See that as learning experiences. You learn the hard way. And now that's what got you to this point. You know, a lot of us aren't raised to be hypergamous. We weren't raised to think like this. You know, white women are. They really are. I have a lot of white friends, and like I said, I mean, a lot of this, what I've learned, has been exposed and being around white women. It's a totally different mindset. So you don't know what you don't know. No, we're not raised like this. We're not. We're contented to, you know, have, you know, be baby mom. Not that, I mean, if that's what you did, that's what you did. That's fine. Because my, you know, both my sisters had children that, you know, I'm not looking down on anybody, but I'm just saying, you know, being a single mother is tough. Emotionally, mentally, financially. And now, you know, of course, you've got white women doing that too, but we are by and large the majority of that. And then that's why we are by and large, you know, our children are living in poverty. But you know, what's done is done. You can't beat yourself up over what you did, you know, in the past. You can't undo it. You just, they say, when you know better, you do better. And that's what you're trying to do. Do better. Just don't make those same mistakes. That's the key. Don't keep making the same mistakes. Because a lot of people continue to choose the same guy. That's the thing. It's like, it's, you know, it's like it's the same person just with a different face. So you have to just relearn, and it's never too late to relearn. That's the thing. Or not even relearn, you have to learn, because you know, we never learned that. We weren't, a lot of us, you know, Black women weren't brought up that way. I mean, I was lucky because my dad, I got that from my dad. He always said, if you're going to get you somebody. But a lot of, you know, women were not raised like with fathers and everything. I mean, I saw hypergamy in my home, although I didn't know what it was called. You know, in the sense that my mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad took care of everything, paid all the bills, everything. I mean, we weren't rich, but I mean, we were a nice middle-class family. We had always had school clothes and huge, like, tons of toys under the Christmas tree, you know? And you know, my dad, he provided for us. My dad was a provider. In fact, when my mom wanted to go to work, he was mad. He was like, no, no, no. I remember when I was like 15, I was thinking about getting this job at this, you know, just getting a little part-time job. He said, no, you don't have to work. I was like, okay. But that's how I was raised. But not a lot of people are, you know, are not that fortunate. And that's okay. That's why we are at this place now. That's why I'm also a big believer in counseling, a big believer in therapy and counseling. Because sometimes you do need help. I know I've been in counseling. I have two jobs, yeah, and that's the reality for a lot of people. You know, basically they had to raise themselves. You know, their moms didn't have the luxury of being, you know, to coddle them and spend a lot of time with them, and you know, show them an immense amount of love, because she was working two jobs. I mean, I don't know. You had two jobs? Dang. I'm almost embarrassed. I didn't have a job until I was like in my early 20s. But again, that was not a lot of people's experience. And I didn't have a job until after college. But again, I was lucky. And that's why I want to, you know, I just want to just give some hope and enlightenment, and you know, and this positivity to women our age. Yeah. And the thing about the provider is, they come in all different shapes and sizes. Like I said, don't sleep on the blue collar man. Blue collar men make a lot of money. You know, as I've said in previous videos, these other hypergamy channels will have you believe that, the only route is, a CEO or something like that. But there are other good men who are providers, engineers, that IT geek. I hate to say it, those are the ones, that quiet guy who, works with computers and programming. Those are the guys that make a lot of money. That welder, the teacher. So obviously, no one is off limits in terms of the come up and, a successful man. And it's not just about money. You have to have someone who loves you and cares about you too. That's the most important thing. But as they say, honey, it's just as easy to love a rich man or a man who has something, as it is to love somebody who's broke. And broke should not be an option. Not at this stage of the game. It just should not be even an option. And that's what a lot of these men resent, the fact that you don't want a broke man. And then they say, ha, 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 well, dream on. A man, the type of man you want, they don't want you. Guess what, baby? Not true. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's important. It's important that you want that positive feedback. That's what I say. I'm not going to shut up with the man. Nope. That, black women in that struggle love. That's what's gotten us where we are today. And it's like we take it for granted. That's just that's the norm for us. Yeah, same here. Same here. I definitely know I don't look 55, but I like being, like you said, I like being 55. I like having had the life experiences, and and not like, I'm not a person who's gonna. Well, I've never been the type to be with a bum dude. I've never been that. You are. Yep. Yep. And at this age, like, you're not gonna put up with the mess anymore. I think now, if you've had these bad experiences with men, you see the red flags. You know the red flags now. And now it's a matter of choice. Am I going to put myself in that situation again? Or I'm going to look at it and say, nope, this is what got me where I was in the first place, and steer clear. That's the thing. It's about making better choices. And it is a choice. You can't choose who you attract. Everybody attracts losers. It's about who you choose to engage. And that's the problem. A lot of these men don't. A lot of them don't lie to you. Lie to you. It is what it is. They tell you what it is, and then so many women still accept that, knowing it. A lot of these men don't lie to you. You know a lot exactly what they are from the get go. And a lot of women don't have that self esteem to say, or to say, nah, I have the right of refusal. You're not good enough for me. I don't have to settle for you, and I'm going to refuse you. And someone that is good for me, I'm going to wait for that. I don't have to grab you just to have someone, and then watch you destroy my life and my self-esteem and my finances and all of that, just to say I have someone. I'm willing to pass. Yeah. What do you mean fantasy? Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of women choose men for the wrong reasons, or they feel that, well, a piece of man is better than none at all. And a lot of women base their choices on, look, oh, he's fine, he this and that. No, 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 no. And not that there's anything wrong with an attractive man, but you have to, you have to be, that can't be the end all be all. And I would say that is, that almost is a red flag, because if he's seriously, if he's hiding all this stuff, a lot of women are after him. A lot of women want him, and he knows that. And he knows he's got a lot of options. And I'm not saying get with an ugly man now, because I'm not saying that. Someone whose looks challenged, but you have to expand your horizons. There are a lot more things much more important than how somebody looks. Looks not going to pay the bills. Looks not going to take you vacation. Looks not going to bring you flowers on your birthday, take you out to dinner, buy you a car, or get the car you have fixed. These are the things that matter. Take care of you if you get sick. Be loyal. Yeah, but that's not, you have to take each person as they come, because honey, a ugly one can dog you out just as easily as a handsome one now. Don't go for the ugliest. I'm just saying, to just be open. The looks can't be the criteria, the first criteria. I'll just say that. And you can be attracted to someone for a lot of reasons. It's not just looks. Now, you can't force yourself to be attracted to someone you're just not attracted to. I mean, because it's just, if you don't want them, you don't want it. That's just not someone that it's just not there, because you're not going to be happy with somebody like that. You cannot be content when you know that, unless this person grows to be, if he treats you kindly and loves you, yeah, you can be like, what, this is a good man, and you can grow to love somebody like that because he loves you, he respects you, and you can love someone who truly loves you and treats you like a queen. And it's good for him to love you more than, just a little bit more than you love him. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody who treats you well. That's the most important thing. That is what's attractive to me, a gentleman. Someone who's kind and honest and have some money in the bank and willing to share it. That's the thing. None of these stingy, selfish men, because it does no good for them to have it if they're not willing to share it with you. It's a mindset. That's the most important thing. Somebody with that mindset of a giver. Someone who respects women. Someone who's, basically a little bit old fashioned. Like, my dad's 20 years older than my mom. That's just how it was for him. It's like men took care of their families, period. And obviously a lot of that has changed. But I definitely think, if you're going to date a man, it should be he has to be around your age. I wouldn't go anyone, if you're 57, I wouldn't go anyone younger than, say, like 53. Because you want someone who's in the same stage of life with you, someone who at this point their kids are probably grown, and they've settled in their career, they got some money in the bank, and they are looking for that someone to be within this next phase of their lives as well. I mean, even if you're a man, I don't care how old, when you get to a certain age, very, very, I don't care what they tell you, very, very few, 55-year-old men think they're going to get a 20-year-old, or ultimately want one, maybe. And it doesn't matter, as long as you keep yourself up, you're a lady, you're feminine, you hold yourself in high regard. That's the thing. You have to consider yourself someone who's worthy and valuable, a prize. You are lucky to have me. And that's how you feel about yourself, and that's how he would feel. Man, I'm lucky to have somebody like this. And that's why I like Meghan Markle. She married a prince, baby, but he's like, damn, I'm lucky to have her. He's a protector. Prince Harry is a protector. He's a provider. He didn't stand there and keep her in England and let these people, talk bad about her and treat her unfairly and all that. He said, baby, we gone. We out. Pack your bags, baby. We out. Right. And most people are attracted to younger men. I mean, I get approached by younger men too. I mean, especially if you tend to look younger, of course you are. And that's not to say that you can't find happiness with a younger man. It depends who he is, but that, especially at this age, that is really, I think, the exception rather than the rule. At 57, I wouldn't go lower than, like, say 50. I really wouldn't. They stick with somebody even, a few years younger than you or a few years older than you. Because you have to want, the thing is, someone who wants the same thing as you. 35-year-old may not want what you want. Yeah, she did it, honey. She did that. And he did that too. He protected his wife and his family. And he got, all the controversy and people talking bad about him and talking bad about her. He didn't care. He left. He said, you can have your title. You can have all this. We're out. And I give him full credit for that, because that's a big deal. That's a big deal what he gave up. He gave up a lot. Well, both of them did. But, he was born, a prince. He was born, and for him to give everything up, that's love. That's a provider. That's a protector. That is a man committed to a woman. Because you could have easily said, this is the life I was born into. You married me. This is what it is, and I love you, but this is what my life is. You knew it when you married me. So yeah, I support you, but I mean, we have to stay here and we will work through it. He was like, nope. I see what this is doing to you. We're out. I'm not going to let this destroy you. I'm not going to let this destroy us. We're out. And I respect him so much for that. I do. That's right. And I love me some Diana. I loved her. And he's right. And plus, from that perspective, Prince William is the heir. Plus, he's got kids now. So they're straight. They're straight now from the succession perspective. So he's like, there's no reason for me to stay here. I'm out. Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's the type of man you want. That's the type of man you want. I mean, he gave up a lot for her. He really, really did, for her and his family. He really did. And that's what you want. That's a protector. Obviously, he's a provider. That man is super rich. Even without, he doesn't need all that money from that. He's rich on his own right. People forget that all the money Diana left him. Diana was rich, him and William. She left him a lot of money. And it's like people forget that Diana's family is very wealthy. He has, money from them as well. It's like people forget. They always think about the royal family. But he's got two sides of the family. And Diana's family is very wealthy. So he doesn't need them from a financial perspective. They are straight. It's just I respect him making that choice, because that was a huge deal. He got so much criticism. Of course, they blame her, of course. But he did the right thing. He did the right thing. All right, girly girl. I'm losing my light here. So I'm gonna end the stream. Okay, so can you join me on Thursdays? Can you guys join me on Thursdays? Thursdays at 6 p.m. because I'm gonna be back on Thursday at 6 p.m. I mean, if you can, that would be awesome. All right, cool. Cool. I'll be back on Thursday. I love this, you guys. This has become my favorite thing. It really has become my favorite thing. And first I was like, in the beginning, but I really enjoy this. I thank you so much for you guys for joining. I really, 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 great. I will see you Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for joining. This was fun. I enjoyed this a lot. This was a great discussion. I really appreciate you guys. All right, I gotta sign off here. I'm losing my light. All right, guys. So until Thursday, okay? I love you guys. You guys be safe. Have a great weekend, okay? Be safe. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me too. I am too. I mean, this has been great. I've really enjoyed this. So stay safe. Stay safe. Mwah. Bye, you guys.